What's this?
Now Mom wants it. It's Hey You, Pikachu, my new best friend. You talk to Pikachu. And he actually listens. Watch. Pikachu, carrot. Dude, he didn't do it.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
During the 1990s, Nintendo went on a marketing spree, creating unique promotional videos for their upcoming games and consoles. Sega also did something similar, though not nearly to the same scale.
Did you see that new move? Oh, that was bad.
The color and graphics are excellent.
Dancing so fast I played every day.
This is the best. I played every chance I get.
This is the best. I played every chance I get. The Nintendo and Sega rivalry was pretty fierce in the 90s, but of course, the Big N came out the champion. And I have to imagine their unique marketing strategy played a huge role in that victory. If you were subscribed to Nintendo Power magazine, there's a good chance you got mailed one of these VHS tapes promoting SNES and N64 content. So let's go over some of them now.
Here we are today on our way to Redmond, Washington to take an exclusive insider's look at Nintendo's new revolutionary yet unreleased game, Donkey Kong Country. Where do they get a load of us?
The opening sequence is flashy and MTV-like and appropriately 90s, with seizure-inducing jump cuts that made me want to vomit into a trash can. The video is framed like a documentary expose kind of thing, with this Pauly Shore-looking mother going to Nintendo HQ to interview the developers of Donkey Kong Country. And for some reason, they really hammered this banana joke into the ground.
You want a banana? No thanks.
Well, today we got the cream of banana soup, the banana and peanut butter sandwich.
This is a prototype board. There's 8 chips on this, 4 meg each, which makes it a 32 meg game, the biggest game ever. This 32 megs allows us to do a variety of action and a variety of backgrounds. We have snow levels, jungle levels,
the pyramid type levels.
Pyramid levels.
We have snow level. We have temple-like level. Come on, guys, you knew you were going to be filmed today. At one point, Pauly Shore visits the zoo to look at some apes.
Hey, big fella. Hey, there's Diddy. Diddy and Donkey. Oh, get out of the way, Diddy.
Diddy is a chimp, you troglodyte. He also interviews another quintessentially 90s dude. David Schwimmer on top, Bill Cosby on the bottom. That is a good look, boy. What the f was that? This promo for Diddy Kong Racing begins with a fake news broadcast called Hot Topic. But for some reason they made the news station look like a game show studio, I don't know why. And this host is interviewing a reporter that hurt himself in a kart race.
Dirk, can you hear me? All right. Now, Dirk, you were the first human to experience the Diddy Kong adventure, is that correct?
There's a lot of quippy Josh Whedon kind of jokes here. And, you know, honestly, some of them aren't so bad.
I didn't think you could break that.
The narrative continues with the host cutting away to different reporters who all talk about features of the game, including this guy.
Players can race different combinations of vehicles. Plane versus cart, cart versus hovercraft, hovercraft versus cart, plane versus plane, cart versus cart, hovercraft versus hovercraft.
I don't know what this guy is supposed to be. My favorite by far is this old-timey adventure-y dude, what with the cargo shorts and the binoculars, getting stuck in a tree and just continuing to do his piece without trying to get unstuck. That's some good. There's also a flying woman because, hey, why not use the green screen if you have it, right? Donkey Kong makes an appearance here too, but they try to hide his identity for some reason. This video really tries hard to make Diddy Kong Racing seem like this scandalous affair, which would have made more sense if this was a video for like Conker's Bad Fur Day or something. But for Diddy Kong Racing, it doesn't really make a ton of sense.
We know you've got the inside tips, Daryl. That's all we want. What about the turbo?
This Jim Carrey shtick is the corniest thing I've ever seen, and I have seen the movie Crash. My favorite part of this video, however, is that it establishes the canon of Diddy Kong dating a human woman named Sheila.
I was in the kitchen. I had just made a banana coconut casserole. It was his favorite. He said he was going out to look at a hovercraft, and he never came back.
Beginning what would become and an unfortunate trend of anthropomorphic animals dating sexy human women.
I miss my monkey!
Oh boy. Frank?
The eagle has landed. I repeat, the eagle has landed.
The StarFox promo VHS is definitely one of the weirdest ones yet. It begins with two agents from Sony and Sega trying to kidnap an agent from Nintendo. I feel like they could have been more sneaky if they hadn't worn shirts outing their identities, but hey, a joke's a joke. So after using chloroform on the Nintendo man and presumably doing unspeakable things to him in the bushes, they drag him to a random warehouse and proceed to question him about the upcoming StarFox 64.
Word on the street is you got a new Nintendo 64 game coming out.
Could you be a little more specific? We got a lot of new games coming out.
They threaten to murder a small doll version of Mario if the Nintendo guy doesn't start talking about StarFox.
What are you guys doing with Mario?
No! Leave Mario out of this.
The Nintendo guy pitches the game, but you can tell there isn't much to say and he's just filling for time.
Check this out. This vehicle comes with all the latest cool moves. You can do barrel rolls, make U-turns, it can even do somersaults.
He's like, you could fly an R-wing, you can break it, you could reverse it. And then there's the submarine, and it has lights. You can see the stuff in front of you with the lights. The Nintendo guy refuses to speak anymore, so the Sony and Sega goons find another Nintendo person to knock out and do unspeakable things to him in the bushes.
Pizza for Bob.
Are you, Bob?
Yeah, but, I didn't order any pizza.
The two goons also keep calling everyone Bit Boy.
Bit boy.
Sick burn, bro! Sick burn!
I really don't understand because they're also supposed to be video game developers. Maybe it's like a Protestant Catholic thing. Like, I'm a video game developer, but I'm not one of those heathens at Nintendo.
This is the Rumble Pack. The big reason why StarFox 64 is the coolest cinematic gaming experience there is.
Hook it up. I want to feel this myself.
That's what she said.
I do really like that they clearly tried to get Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit for this video, weren't able to get it, and just decided to use a royalty-free song that sounds close enough.
The Rumble Pack lets you feel different degrees of vibration, like when you turbo boost or you shoot a bomb.
Objection!
This smells similar to, but is legally distinct from Teen Spirit. I take back what I said about the Diddy Kong video being the corniest thing ever. The StarFox promo has usurped that throne. One thing that may or may not be interesting is that at the end of the video, like all the videos we've watched so far, they do a montage of upcoming games, and here they call Yoshi's story Yoshi's Island 64, indicating that the name must have been changed pretty late in the development cycle. The more you know. This video filled me with an unbridled rage, but the one thing it does have going for it is this line.
That's the StarFox 64 Player's Guide. It teaches you everything you need to know about the game.
Let me see that.
You can buy it at the store.
You can buy it at the store. Let's mix things up a bit by watching an episode of Hot News with a Z. I can't remember if this guy is ever given a name or not, so I'm just gonna call him Chode Boner.
Insider news on the hottest game system in history, and I guess I must be talking about N64! Right on. Right on.
Chode is kind of doing a Soup with Joel McHale sort of thing, but years earlier, and I'm all for it. I mean, does this guy have Joel McHale's charisma? No.
Oh, crush me, big monkey, crush me!
But he does have these sweet-ass, dope-ass Legend of Zelda cheats, except they aren't really cheats at all.
Destroy the Lone Skull Kid with the Begoron sword, and you're gonna get a giant rupee worth 500 rupees.
They're just like, hey, did you know if you beat a boss, you'll get a reward for it? No. There's no way I would have figured that out by playing the game. Chode goes on to show trailers for a few upcoming games, like Jet Force Gemini and Donkey Kong 64.
Say, banana?
Oh my god, it's the same people from the Donkey Kong Country promo. No! Cho then interviews this blonde dude who is such an aggressively 90s Californian stereotype that when I saw it, I almost spit out my carne asada burrito with french fries in it.
Devin? What are you doing here?
Calibro is up here to hype Donkey Kong 64, a game that would become notorious for its tedious backtracking. And the dude is just like, yeah, there's a lot of backtracking in this game. It's awesome. There's also a promo for the Donkey Kong Country TV show on VHS.
Get ready for the hippest ape of them all.
Look out, you beauties. Here comes Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Country.
I could easily do a whole video on this series because it is such a fascinating abomination, like a mutated eldritch horror or James Corden's career.
So get ready. You'll go bananas for Donkey Kong Country, Legend of the Crystal Coconut.
Okay, now you can go to the store. Go on, go to the store. I'm going. I'll see you there, okay? Bye.
Welcome, gentlemen. Your assignment is simple.
This video begins with a disembodied head that looks like handsome Squidward, instructing a group of anonymous nerds to infiltrate Nintendo HQ and gather intel on some of their upcoming games. He says that if they fail, he'll rip their off.
I will be forced to remove a vital appendage.
Handsome Squidward / Chris Kattan then has his goons kidnap a developer from the game and threatens to kill him while licking his lips sensuously. This dude is super weird and not in a delightful way, and they keep cutting to uncomfortable close-ups of his mouth. But he does say, "Is there an echo in here?" Which is just a step above talk to the hand, so I gotta give him 90s props for that. The kid talks about Yoshi's Island for a bit, and then this happens. I knew something wasn't right. Did you direct this, Dan? No. I ask because there's a child getting their foot tickled, and that seems like the kind of shit you'd be up to. Wasn't me. Dan? Well, I'm gonna go get in a hot tub with Miranda Cosgrove now. Goodbye. The disembodied head continues to kidnap Nintendo people, torturing them for information in a variety of ways, like bringing this guy's mom out to nag him about being a game developer, which, alright, they got me to laugh on that one.
Your brother's a banker, and what are you? A gamer.
Okay, I'll talk.
The third guy they kidnap is way too intense for this ad. He's like, I would rather die than give up my Nintendo secrets. Come at me, This dude is seriously out for blood. But fortunately, no one gets hurt as they're able to bribe him with suitcases full of cash. What is this, a young Clarence Thomas? It then cuts to two more janitors talking about Mario RPG, and one of them calls him Mario. My grandma used to call him Mario too. Is this an old lady specific thing? Have old ladies always called him Mario? Can someone pitch in the comments and explain this to me? They then cut to a montage of the game, and it's very clear they were given no information at all about this game ahead of time.
He's totally 3D. I could play this for hours. And check out these characters. I've never seen some of these guys before.
Oh, look at that. He's in 3D. He's running around in various directions. Who are some of these guys? I've never seen them before. Looks pretty cool. Mario RPG. There's also some footage shown of a beta build of Mario 64, which is pretty awesome. You could see some of the enemy designs are different than in the final game. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's accompanied by music that absolutely wrecked me. Oh god, what the f*** is this? What are things doing to me? It hurts. There's also this image of Link in his Link to the Past outfit fighting the T-1000 from Terminator 2. Obviously, they went a different direction for Ocarina of Time. The video ends with just the disembodied head winning, I guess. There's not really any resolution. This video definitely has the weakest plot, but at least it's got this saucy old lady.
I'm thinking of getting a tattoo of Luigi on my left butt cheek.
On September 29th, N64 is scheduled for release in North America. The system is about to change. But before it does, we decided to invite 3 of the best gamers in the country to put it to the test.
This video is called Change the System, and it starts out with 3 boys entering what is possibly the worst waiting room of all time. The receptionist takes them to this creepy little dark room where a grown-ass man named Ken Lobb is waiting to play with them.
Can you have a seat over in that chair, please?
I think it's fascinating seeing someone holding the N64 controller the way it's technically supposed to be held, because I have never in real life seen a human being hold it like this. I feel like I'm watching Kirk Cameron holding a banana. I know you're supposed to eat it bottom up, but what freak actually does that? Watch as my comments section blows up with bottom banana eating freaks. Ken shows off Mario's advanced acrobatic moves to the amazement of these young men.
Full 360-degree control. 360!
Although nothing blows this kid's mind more than Mario opening a door.
Yo, you see the way he went to that door? I'm kidding.
Ken keeps impressing the boys with Mario 64 highlights, all played to the tune that I imagine Neo and Trinity would probably bang to in slow motion. Next, the boys are shown the game Pilot Wings with a landing demonstration that lasts an actual 20 seconds. I don't know, maybe the kid that was excited by the door would be into really slow hang gliding too. I think this entire video is worth a watch for the following line delivery.
The Jungle Hopper. Haha, that's one of my favorites.
The Jungle Hopper. That's one of my favorites. Can you do it with a little more levity? What? Levity. I don't know what that means, man. I've got a high school education. You paid me 20 bucks and an Orange Julius to come out here and read this script. Just add like a little laugh or something to make it more authentic. The Jungle Hopper. Haha, that's one of my favorites. Can we do that one more time? No. This dude continues to talk about Pilot Wings and then just starts cracking up for absolutely no reason.
You jump over this building here, and then you go around the bend and try to find the best way to get to the actual goalpost.
And then you go around the bend and try to find the best way to get to the goalposts. How the hell was that funny? Why couldn't you laugh earlier when I wanted you to? The last game on display is Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, introduced by this dude named Henry.
So I'll cut to the chase and get right to the game, which is my favorite part.
Yeah, my favorite part about this game is playing it too. They spend a lot of time talking about the escape from Hoth section of the game, which makes sense since it's the only part of Shadows of the Empire that's remotely playable. I could talk more about this bait and switch of a game in a different video, but needless to say, it makes sense they'd stick to showing mostly this first level.
I can get different weapons to fight the flamethrower to kill these big ice monsters.
They're called Wampas. Wampas, damn it. You call yourselves nerds? The video ends with another montage of games, the first being a beta of Kirby's Air Ride, a game that never even came out on the N64, so it's really interesting that they'd show it here as if it were finished and ready to go. Mario Kart 64 is also called Super Mario Kart R here, which I wasn't expecting to see, and there's also a very early version of StarFox 64, where Corneria is mostly empty and covered in snow.
N64 rules.
Well, that was the weird world of Nintendo VHS tapes. There's plenty I didn't cover, including some that feature this Pauly Shore guy again, and if you're interested, I'd strongly advise checking them out on YouTube. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and if you really like this video, consider joining me on Patreon. I've got an extra long version of this video with even more content, and there's plenty of other membership perks as well, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.